In life, there's these moments. And in those moments, you got to give it all you got. You got to take your best shot. The time is now. So what are you waiting for? It's time to attack the impossible. So what will you do with the moments that you have left?
Rugby in the U.S. Sponsoring Great American Rugby gives your brand exposure to a passionate rugby community, whether through logo placements. Great American Rugby, rugby is life and life is great. I'm excited to share an opportunity to partner with Great American Rugby and help grow rugby in the U.S. Sponsoring Great American Rugby gives your brand exposure to a passionate rugby community, whether through logo placements, social media promotions, product giveaways, or brand collaborations. We can find the right fit for you. Here at Great American Rugby, we know that all businesses are different, so we're open to negotiating sponsorship budgets or alternative compensation that works for both of us. If you're interested, please fill out the sponsorship interest form. It'll only take a few minutes, and I'll personally reach out to discuss the next steps. Let's build something that benefits your brand while growing rugby. Thank you for your support. Let's grow rugby together. Rugby is life and life is great. Be great. Great American Rugby, rugby
episode of That's All I'm Saying, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I am your boy Max Dollars. Your neighborhood hoop baby. And here is where I give my opinion on topics on sports, life, etc. We want to say give a quick thank you to our sponsors, sportswear athletic brand, the Great American Rugby, and our second artist on Hoop Baby Entertainment Records, Abasi Steel. And we are about to play Honeyman here in just a second. Let me see where it's at. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. 1 second. It should have been here.
Forgive me, Father. I think I got away with something I shouldn't have. I got a brand new Hyundai for only...
Oh, the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Switch to our most...
Are you serious? Hold on, man. It's not giving me what I need. Give me one.
You know you want me, baby. You know I want you too. Cause I'm your honey, man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together. Let's let our love unfurl. Beneath the pale moonlight, where we're dancing slow, I hear whispers of love, and the night soft glow. Your eyes, they sparkle like stars in the sky. In this moment with you, time just seems to pass by. In the quiet of the night, in a world so still, our hearts beat as one. In this love we fulfill. You know you want me, baby. You know I want you too. Cause I'm your honey, man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together. Let's let our love unfurl. You know you want me, baby. You know I want you to. Cause I'm your honey man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together. Let's let our love unfurl. With every beat of my heart, I'm drawing closer to you. And through the seasons of time, our love will stand true. So trust me, don't fear me. Baby, please hear me. There's nobody else for me but you. Our love is never ending, it's only just beginning. And I can't wait to start with you. You know you want me, baby. You know I want you to. Cause I'm your honey man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together. Let's let our love unfurl. You know you want me, baby. You know I want you to. Cause I'm your honey man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together. Let's let our love unfurl. You know you want me, baby. You know I want you to. Cause I'm your honey man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together. Let's let our love unfurl.
Have you always had trouble with your weight?
I gotta get this together. That was Honey Man. A bossy still. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, that's a jam. You gotta hear it a couple times for it to really get onto you. But once you get it, you got it. That thing be bumping. At the end too, make you want to break dance. You know, a bossy, we gotta do a video for that. Cause I'm really feeling that record, you know. Shout out to our sponsors. Again, athletic wear, still wear athletic wear, the Great American Rugby, and Abasi still the #1 honey man out here. #1 honey man. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I am your man, Max Dollars here. And this is all I'm saying. So welcome to episode 2. And we're just going to get it started. In the headlines, what we saw, LeBron James confronted Stephen A. Smith. It's about time. It is about time. Stephen been running out the mouth for years. Years. Back in the day, he had a TV show. When he first hit the stage, he had a TV show, and he had Allen Iverson on there. And, man, when I tell you the man was reckless, talking down, just disrespectful. But then his claim to fame is, you can come talk to me. Come see me, right? We can talk about this. 20 years later, you talking about LeBron James' son, and he comes talk to you. Like, what's up? You know, and Stephen A., he was making these excuses because, I'll be frank, he was caught off guard, right? He was caught off guard to the point where he didn't know what to do. It was a great night for him. He just got his $100 million ESPN deal. Now he's the highest paid analyst of all time. He's the Michael Jordan, the LeBron James of sports talk radio and hosting and ESPN. You know, kudos to Stephen A. But sometimes when you cross the line habitually, you got to get stepped to. You got to get talked to. And LeBron wasn't playing. Everybody saw LeBron's face. He didn't even cover his mouth. You know, usually when athletes want to say something, they don't want you to understand what we're talking about. They cover their mouth and they start talking. Nah, he wanted the world to know this. He wanted the world to know this. Hey, stop talking about my son. Straight up. Stop. It don't make no sense. You know, it don't make no sense. And LeBron has a great point. All the media is talking about the 55th pick. He's the 55th pick. He don't get no tick. He don't get no time. He don't get nothing. Nobody's supposed to talk about this kid. But yet and still, because he's LeBron James' son, he's getting headlines highlights. Everybody's watching. Now, let's be honest. Bronny is good. Bronny is actually should be if you look at the draft, he's actually a lottery pick. The way he's playing, the only thing that hurt him was having that heart problem in college. You know? That would throw anybody off. Because you do have to understand this. He was actually hooping on the court when it happened. So for him to have an episode, it's like an injury. You're tentative. You're scared. You're a little bit hesitant to do what you normally do with no regard because you had a problem. Now, I think that Bronny is going to do fine. I think once he gets his confidence up, he gets another year under his belt, he's going to be in the league, and he's probably going to get some decent minutes. You can tell because he's already busting them ass in the G League, killing them, getting 30. You don't even see top players that were drafted in the league the year that he got drafted doing that. Only person that you can possibly say should be in the league and shouldn't be a two-way player is the boy that plays for Miami. He went to Kentucky. Can't think of his name right now. But he was like Reed Shepherd. He's like the 5th pick. I believe that he should be in the league. He's good. You know, everybody else is questionable. My boy plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rob Dillingham shouldn't be jumping up and down either. He should be in the league getting his tick. And Bronny should be right there with him. Getting his tick, getting his burn, getting his time, because that's all you need. You need time, you need confidence, and you just need somebody to stick with you. Going up and down is hurtful. It's hard on a player. But let's get back to the Stephen A. Stephen A goes on ESPN that day, the next day after LeBron talks to him, and gives his piece. Basically said LeBron came to me as a father. He didn't come to me as LeBron James. He came to me as Bronny's dad. And he just told me, stop talking about my son the way you are. But then later, you see Stephen A. Smith go on to another podcast and start talking this shit, talking about, if I would have knew he was coming like that, I would have said something different. Are you serious? This is LeBron James. This is the GOAT of the NBA. You ain't saying nothing different. You're not doing nothing. If Michael Jordan came to you and said something, you would bow your head and say, yes, sir, just like you did with LeBron James. There's no difference, you know, but you have to save face like you want to be tough in a sense, right? You want to hold your ground. I get that. But let's be honest. If you really had something to say, you would have said something to LeBron when he said something to you. Because LeBron didn't come overly dramatic. He didn't come crazy. All he said and all he did was walk up to my man and say, yo, stop talking about my son the way you are. Stop it. Stop it. He should not be on all headlines. He should not be the main topic of discussion every night. Come on, bro. Give him a break. And then you trying to compare him to LeBron. There's nobody you can compare to LeBron. You can't even compare Michael Jordan to LeBron. For one, they're two different players. Let's get that out there. But for two, LeBron passed him in every category. The only thing people are holding on is the fact that Michael Jordan has 6 rings. Obviously, that doesn't matter anymore. Because that's not even the most rings somebody has. You just like the aura of Michael Jordan. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody drunk the Michael Jordan juice. Everybody. I was a Bulls fan. Everybody's a Bulls fan. That's why LeBron James wears 23 in honor of Michael Jordan. But this is a new era in town. This is a new era in day. This is a new king in town. Y'all have to respect the new authority. LeBron James has finally eclipsed Michael Jordan. LeBron James is and will be the greatest player for another 50 years. Stick with it. Deal with it. You know, it's going to happen. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the original GOAT. We all know this. He held this record for 40 plus years. 40 plus years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has been the greatest player of all time. Now, we're going to have to wait another 40 to 50 years for another player to eclipse it. Is it possible? No, it's not. Why? The league has changed its rules. You're not coming out of high school, okay? You don't have the luxury of starting at 18. The two greatest players had the luxury of starting at 18. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar actually came out of college his senior year, but let's be honest, he's been great since the age of 15, setting records. The league, the basketball community changed the rules for Kareem. Don't you understand that? They changed the rules. If you're not the greatest player of all time, they're not changing the rules for you. Yes, they gave Jordan a couple of extra pointers and rule changes here and there. But let's be honest, they ain't tell him not to dunk. They didn't tell him, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, they let Jordan free for all. They changed the defensive rules for Jordan. Okay? No more fouling him. No more hard hits. Kareem, you can't dunk. You can only lay it up. Why? Because you're too good and too dominant. That's why he developed the sky hook, the most unblockable shot of all time. Still can't be recreated. You can't name one player in NBA history who has perfected the sky hook. Why? It's impossible to perfect. You have to come up with your own skill, your own signature play, your own signature style in order to be great. Jordan has the fadeaway. Kareem has the sky hook. What does LeBron have? I'm glad you asked. LeBron has everything. Everything. The package, 100%. When God created LeBron James, he said, you are going to be the greatest player of all time. You can do it all. If you wanted to be the point guard, he'll be the greatest point guard of all time. If he wanted to be a shooting guard, he would be the greatest shooting guard of all time. If he wanted to be a 3, 4, and a 5, LeBron James would be the greatest of all time. But you know what he decided to do? He said, I'm just going to do everything. I'm going to be a souped up Magic Johnson. I'm going to be a souped up Charles Barkley. I'm going to be a souped up Shawn Kemp. I'm going to be a souped up Jordan. He's unguardable. It's ridiculous. And you know what's crazy? The crazy thing is that in honor of Michael Jordan, LeBron wears the number 23, right? I'm sure that LeBron didn't expect all this. I mean, I'm sure he wanted it, but I'm sure that he didn't expect to be the greatest player of all time. And the crazy thing is that by him wearing the number 23, it actually puts Jordan to sleep. It puts him to sleep because he's not the greatest player to wear 23 anymore. When players want to wear the number 23, they're going to say, I want to be like LeBron. Beforehand, I want to be like Mike, so I'm going to wear 23. I feel the power. I feel it. Not anymore. Not anymore, buddy. The 23 belongs to Jordan. Crazy thing is, the 23 belongs to LeBron. And the crazy thing is that LeBron actually, if he would have won to wear the number 6 2 more years, he would have been the greatest 6 ever as well. No more Dr. J. It's crazy. The man's greatness is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's why Stephen A. Smith should have recognized what he said, apologized, bowed the head, and kept it going. All that trying to save face the next day and the day after is too late, my boy. It's too late. LeBron talked to you already. He could have put hands on you if he wanted to. He could have said, let's go to the locker room and talk like men, and could have put you in the locker. But nah, he decided, hey, I'm going to talk to you in front of everybody so that you know this is real. This ain't for nobody else but me and you, buddy. But you here, I'm here. The time is now. That's what he did. That's what he did. You got to respect it. You got to respect King James in all his glory. Now that brings me to the next conversation. The NBA needs to get better in developing its young players. Okay? Having no vets on the team is killing the NBA. It's killing the style. It's killing the origin. Because the young players have nothing to model after. Only thing they're doing is being themselves. That's why they're getting in trouble. That's why they're not producing the way they should be producing. That's why the game is going the way that the game is going, because all the kids are doing what they want to do. Shooting a lot of threes, not playing D, trying to flop. I mean, it's the style of the game, but if you have vets on the team, some players who've been in the league for 20 years, that can tell you what to do and what not to do, what situation you should go crazy on and what situation you should back off of, I think it would actually help the league. It would get more attendance. The aggression will go up. Adam Silver would have to bow the knee, bend the head, and say, this is the style of basketball that we're trying to play, because we want to. We want to keep everything good. We want to keep the aggression. We want everybody to watch, because basketball is an aggressive sport. No, it's not football. No, it's not wrestling. No, it's not soccer. But this is hand-to-hand combat. This is foot-to-hand combat. This is speed combat. This is everything compared to one. This is all the sports in one. All of them, except for baseball. But if you want to count hand-eye coordination when you're shooting the ball, catching the ball, dribbling the ball, it's all the same. It's all the same. Basketball has all sports into one. Now, that's why the league needs to recognize that having vets on the court and in the locker room is vitally important. Vitally important. Vitally important. And that would help the young players develop more. That would help the league, have an identity that people can relate to, you know? You can keep players in the league that are fan favorites. Udonis Haslam was in the league for 20-plus years, part of Heat Nation. And in that time frame, he helped a lot of young players develop. He helped D. Wade develop. He helped a lot of players get to the point where they needed to be because of the tutelage and the knowledge that he was given. Now, I would say this. Some players don't need to be in the league. I'll give you one example. Draymond. Let's get this man out of here, bro. Draymond should retire. He's already a Hall of Famer. That's what they say. He's already a 3-time, 4-time NBA champion. Get him out the league. All this unnecessary jumping on people's chests, swinging, cussing folks out, knocking players out. I mean, it's basketball. I get it. But come on, my boy. Come on, bruh. Now, you're doing things that really is out of character, but I know why you're doing it. And I'm pretty sure you can understand this as well, ladies and gentlemen. Draymond is in a cast of 3 people. The greatest shooter alive, the second greatest shooter alive, and him. Now, what is his title? What is Draymond's title? I know what he calls himself. He thinks he's the best defensive player ever. Who? Where? In the league? Nah. Just because you're on a winning team and your job is to be the defensive player and the person that talks and all this stuff, that doesn't make you the best defensive player ever. It's questionable. I mean, to be honest, you're not better than Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is the greatest defensive player ever. Best rebounder ever. Everything, right? And that's not debatable. Even though he played in the 90s, defense is effort. It's not really skill. It's effort. Dennis Rodman didn't really shoot threes. He could, but he didn't. He didn't do nothing. All he did was rebound, play defense, and lock people up. If you wanted to lock somebody up and get them under their psyche, you put Dennis Rodman on them every time. You hear stories about it all the time because he was different, you know. I don't think Draymond is going to go that far to dye his hair, paint his nails, act like he's kind of, you know. But he still thinks that he can get under people's skin by jumping on their chest, swinging crazy at their heads, talking nonsense to the refs. One of these days, somebody's going to swing up on them. Somebody going to get them. Because you can't be a bulldog that long and not get tested. It's impossible. Now, he has grays on his hair and everything like that. I understand he's a vet now. He has a different role. He's transitioning to media and everything. He wants to be a personality. I mean, the reason why he's doing all this stuff is because he wants to become an icon. Steph is already an icon. He's going to last forever. Clay is already going to is an icon. He's going to last forever. Draymond, in order to be an icon, he has to define his role in the league. And he thinks he is the greatest defensive player in the league. I'll let you decide. I don't think he is. If you can name me somebody that is better than Draymond, I'll agree with you. But if you can't, then it's up for discussion. Because I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Just because you're on a winning team does not necessarily mean that you're one of the greats of all time. Just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Let me see here. Now, the league is changing. The league is really changing in today's game. And the way the league is changing is actually exchanging legacy players for today's players. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but the legacy players that everybody grew up on are getting watered down and pushed out the league. For example, Oscar Robertson. Okay? One of the greatest players of all time. The first one to record a triple-double on average. The first one. Really the only one to do it for a long time. Him and Kareem held records for 20-plus years. 20-plus years held in records. So Oscar Robertson, one of the greatest players of all time. Now, he's getting exchanged, you guessed it, Russell Westbrook. Why? Because Russell Westbrook, he did average a triple-double 3 years in a row, got MVP. He's a legend. But they're pushing Oscar out and putting Russ in. Okay? The next person, we just spoke about it, Dennis Rodman. Who do you think they're exchanging him for? Draymond Green. Reggie Miller, one of the greatest shooters of all time. Who are they exchanging him for? Steph Curry. Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. Who are they exchanging him for? Anthony Edwards. Michael Jordan, the second best player of all time. Who are they exchanging him for? The current best player of all time, LeBron James. George Gervin, the Iceman, one of the greatest scorers of all time. Who are they exchanging him for? Kevin Durant. Dr. J, the greatest dunker of all time. Who are they exchanging him for? Vince Carter. If you saw the last All-Star game, you saw the tribute to Vince Carter in remembrance of his great dunk contest back in the 2000s. Charles Barkley, one of the greatest forwards of all time. Who are they exchanging him for? The Joker. Larry Bird, the great white hope. Celtics legend. Who are they exchanging him for? Jason Tatum. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the original GOAT, the king of the skyhook, the one who got to 50,000 first. Who are they exchanging him for? You guessed it. LeBron James. Scottie Pippen, one of the best two-way players of all time. Really the reason why Mike was actually winning, but we're not going to go there right now. Who are they exchanging him for? That's a toss-up. You could say LeBron, but you also say Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm saying, hey, listen, Shaquille O'Neal, Superman, Diesel, The unstoppable force. Who did they try? I'm not saying they did, but who did they try to exchange Shaquille O'Neal for? Dwight Howard. And last but not least, Magic Johnson, the Magic Man. Okay? Who do you think they tried to exchange Magic for? James Harden. Fight me. It's proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. Dominique Wilkins. Who do you think they pushing him out for? Zion. If he ever stayed healthy. Zion. Easy. And that's how the league is starting to forget their old players and move into the new generation, because you don't see them talking about the old players no more. The great things that they've done. I mean, I know it's been 50 years, but they're pushing out the old and coming in with the new. But at the same time, you can't forget about the greats that came before. You can't forget about them. Now, just the other day, I was actually talking to a young player, right? And he was asking me a question about how do I average more points in a game? Because he's thinking about it the wrong way. And I said, listen, fella, it's okay. You know, like, how much do you want to average? And he said, I want to average like 25 to 30 points. I said, that's simple. You playing 4 quarters? He said, yeah. I said, easy. All you have to do is this. First quarter, you break it down to 4 points. First quarter, get 2 layups, fast breaks, or in the play of the game, right? 2 layups, 1 jump shot. 6 points right there. You don't got to do nothing else, right? 2 layups, 1 jump shot. Second quarter, you ain't got to do nothing. Make 1 3-pointer. Be aggressive. Go to the free throw line. Make both free throws. Okay, that's 5. Now you're at 11. Right. Third quarter. Right now you're doing minimal work. You're not even working hard. The first quarter you had 2 layups and a jump shot. Simple. Second quarter you hit 1 3 and you go to the free throw line and make both free throws. Simple. Third quarter you do the same thing again. 2 layups, 1 fast break, 1 during the play, or maybe 2 fast breaks, right? Then you're already warm. You hit another 3. Simple, okay? Maybe go to the free throw line. Maybe, you know. Let's say you go to the free throw line and you don't make nothing. You're still there. You're still at 16, okay? Fourth quarter comes. Now the game is tighter. Defense is a little bit more. People are playing a little bit. They're more into the game. Doesn't matter. You already are warmed up from the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter. You're at 16 points. Simple. Boom. Okay. Now, you might get fouled. Go to the free throw line. Let's say you make both free throws. Boom. Make 1 more 3. Boom. Fast break. Layup. Boom. You're at 30 right there. Let's say you don't even make any free throws. Right? You're between 25 and 33 points. It's very simple. You break it down in quarters. You break it down in time, because the game of basketball is very simple. It's a very simple sport, right? If you look at it in totality, yes, 30 points looks like a lot. But if you're getting at least 5 minutes a game and you're playing hard on defense, you're going to get some fast breaks. If you're running the plays correctly, you will get fouled. All you have to do is make your free throws. Your other players on your team are going to shoot the ball. They will miss. Get a rebound, make the layup, right? Now, when all that is going on, you will get a wide open shot for a 3. If you're not good at shooting 3s, take a 2. It's fine. But if you are good at shooting 3s, hit a 3. In the breakdown, you shot 2 3s the whole game. Now, will you shoot more 3s? Possibly, yes. Will you shoot more free throws? Possibly, yes. Will you take more jump shots? The answer is yes. But if you do, the numbers speak for themselves. It's an easy breakdown. Any player can average 25 to 30 points a game. Now, if I knew this while I was playing, I would have averaged 30. Simple. I figured this out when I got out of college, going to play overseas. You know, it's not hard. The goal of mine was to score 100. When you break it down like this and you're playing, it's not hard. Couple layups, couple free throws, couple jump shots. It's what you practice for. It's very simple. It's a very simple process. Okay. Now, when I talked to the kid, he understood it. He got it. Let's see if he actually can transition into the game. Very simple. Now, let's see what we got here. Now, I got a topic here. I've been thinking, and I've come to the conclusion that Michael Jordan ruined the game of basketball. He ruined the game. He ruined the game because you got to understand that he jumped 40 inches, which is great, right? Crazy work ethic, great. Wanted to win, determination, okay? But how he ruined the game was all the accolades, was the attention, was the shoe deal, was the Nike deal, was everything. Because now players, young kids see that and want that, but don't know how to work for that. No? Everybody talks about how Michael Jordan, let's be honest, he's great. We're not going to deny the greatness of Michael Jordan. But his greatness got to the point where it ruined the game because you can't eclipse it. Even when a player does more, is better, and shows that on a consistent basis, you still think that Michael Jordan is the greatest. It's not possible. He's ruining the game. He has a height that you can't even reach unless you yank him down. And that's what LeBron has to do. Get that man out of there, baby. Get that man out of there. Now, a fun fact here. Now, there's about 5,000 people who played in the NBA. It's about 5,000 people. Out of those 5,000 people, 600 have won championships, right? But out of those 500 people, only one has scored at least 50,000 points. Think about that. This is before LeBron did it. 5,000 people have tried. 4,998 have failed. 50,000 points is an incredible feat. It's an incredible feat, right? And the fact that we don't acknowledge it to the point where he should be considered the greatest of all time and we're still debating it is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's blasphemy. Okay? Now, what else we got here? Let's see. Okay. Let's do this. Obviously, we're talking basketball still. And in the NBA, in the game of basketball, there's always a lead guy. But next to him, there's always a second guy who could be the lead guy, but chooses not to be. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the top 15 sidekicks that could have been the lead guy if they was given the opportunity. Sometimes the league just doesn't do that for you. First player, Andre Iguodala. AI. Came into the league as a top player, but he came into the league playing with Philly. Who had Philly at the time? Allen Iverson. So that's a tough pill to swallow. Second, Lou Williams. Could have been a top guy. Who he come into the league with? Allen Iverson. Third, Jamal Crawford. Should have been a top guy. Greatest six man of all time. Should have been a guy. 4, Jamal Murray. It's pushing it, but Joker is the best. Jamal Murray, he's a second. He's good. Let's just say that he's good. Jaylen Brown. Some say he is the number one guy, but Tatum actually has taken that title this year and is going crazy. So Jaylen Brown, he's a top sidekick. Somebody might fight me on this, but Dwayne Wade, hell of a Robin. Even though he won a championship as the main guy his rookie year or second year in the league. When LeBron came, he became the second guy. And he did a great job at that. Scottie Pippen, we all know, greatest sidekick of all time. Arguably 1A and 1B, one of the greats. Next, John Stockton, sidekick to Karl Malone. Next, Tony Parker, sidekick to Tim Duncan. Paul Gasol, sidekick to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, sidekick to Shaq. Lamar Odom, sidekick to Kobe Bryant. Rasheed Wallace, sidekick to the whole Detroit team. But let's be honest, he was that guy. Klay Thompson, sidekick to Steph Curry. And last but not least, Joe Dumars, sidekick to Isaiah Thomas. Right now, all these players could have been the main guy if they wanted to, if given the opportunity. Probably would have did well. But in the league and in their position, they took the best route, which is the sidekick role, and it actually worked out for them. All the players that we just named, except for John Stockton, Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams, have all won championships as a side guy. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Now, a lot of things have been going on in the NBA. They're looking for the new face. Everybody thinks it should be Anthony Edwards, but he doesn't want it. It used to be Ja Morant, but he got in some trouble. Gilchrist Alexander, he could be it, but they're talking about they don't want a player from a different country to be the face of the NBA. There's only one player left who is dominating, who is a champion, and who is young enough to be the face of the league. Jason Tatum. That's it. Let the light-skinned assassin kill. Let this man be the face of the league. He's already has all the accolades. Jordan Brand, NBA champion, Gatorade sponsor, Celtic legend already. Let this man be the face, and let's see what happens. You never had a light-skinned face of the league with good hair. The NBA has never had an Al-Jabbar as a main guy. Let this man be the face. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. He's been putting in work for the last 5-6 years, and it's paid off. The man could average 40 if he wanted to. He just chooses not to. But I think I see it this year or next year. He's actually going to do what he needs to do, and I believe he will be the face of the league. No question. No question at all. So let's get Jason Tatum. We should take a poll and let the NBA know that he should be the face of the league, because you got no other better options. There's no other better options out there right now. Let's see. And in a moment here, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick sponsor break and have the sweet stylings of the Honey Man.
Right now, you can get
1 second. A bossy steel coming for you.
Baby, you know I want you to, 'cause I'm your honey man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together. Let's let our love unfurl. Beneath the pale moonlight, where we're dancing slow, I hear whispers of love, and the night's all low. Your eyes, they sparkle like stars in the sky. In this moment with you, time just seems to pass by. In the quiet of the night, in a world so still, our hearts beat as one. In this love we fulfill. You know you want me, baby. You know I want you to, 'cause I'm your honey man. I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together, let's let our love unfurl. You know you want me, baby, you know I want you to, cause I'm your honey man, I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together, let's let our love unfurl. With every beat of my heart, I'm drawing closer to you. And through the seasons of time, our love will stand true. So trust me, don't fear me, baby, please hear me. There's nobody else for me but you. Our love is never ending, it's only just beginning, and I can't wait to start with you. You know you want me, baby, you know I want you to, cause I'm your honey man, I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together, let's let our love unfurl. You know you want me, baby, you know I want you to, cause I'm your honey man, I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together, let's let our love unfurl. You know you want me, baby, you know I want you to, cause I'm your honey man, I'm really sweet on you. Take one taste of me, girl, and I will rule your world. I wanna grow together, let's let our love unfurl.
Oh yeah, so we are back, and we got a guest, Yolanda, Misunderstood Brown is with us. Is with us. Let me give hold on. Let me get your audience here. We are appreciate you coming. You are actually our first guest here on. That's all I'm saying.
I love being the first of things.
No, for sure. I mean, that sound kind of both ways.
But okay.
You like to be the first on everything, huh?
No, well, yeah. I like to break down doors, have that, have that experience with you or other people too.
For sure.
So that's cool.
Because that's a once exactly. It's a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
You're right, because it only comes once.
That's right. It'll be many others after me, but I am the first.
You are the first.
Period.
Misunderstood Brown. Thank you. We appreciate it.
First.
You are the first. So how you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. Life is good.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
For sure. I'm blessed too. I feel that. Your week was good?
My week was amazing. I had peaceful moments, but I'm booked and busy. I'm busy.
For sure. As a comedian, right? Or everything.
Well, that's one of the things I do, but I think in my life, comedy is a base for me right now.
Yeah.
For all the things I'm branching out doing.
Yeah. So you got anything coming for 314? 314 day tomorrow, ain't it?
I'm so excited about 314. Like I was saying on my podcast, because I do have a podcast, Miss Me Out the Door. Check me out. It's on Wednesday from 7 to 8. That this is one of the days in St. Louis that I love because it's just filled with so much love. Like everybody buying local, they pouring into small businesses. We all out. We loving on each other. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? 314 in St. Louis is a definite vibe.
For sure. And I'm not from St. Louis, right? Mm-hmm. So when I heard about this 314 day, I was like, for what? For what? Like, I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. But I understand what you're saying. There's a lot of community. There's a lot of love. People appreciate this 314 because they have a lot of respect and love for their city.
Right.
So I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm jumping into some of the activities tomorrow as well because I'm trying to experience some love my damn self.
Man, everybody need love. Have you participated in the 314 before?
Nah, this gonna be my first time tomorrow. Yeah,
shout out for you, baby. Let's go. It's good. You gonna feel it. It's gonna be everywhere. It's just gonna be in the air.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain, but I ain't
it's supposed to storm. But but it's cool. We can have a party inside.
We still gonna be outside. You know, one thing about St. Louis, we don't give a damn if they can say a tornado come through here. We still gonna drink. We still gonna kick it.
Don't nobody believe the meteorologists anyways.
Nah.
They ain't never right.
Never.
If I could be a meteorologist, I would.
I think I would too.
It's easy. Hey, it's gonna rain tomorrow, and if it don't, hey, God changed his plans.
Right.
You know, like what can you do? You guessing.
Right. You can't do nothing but just say, oops, my bad.
Nah, that's it. And the only meteorologist I would want to be, you ever seen that white dude out there dancing?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would want to do. That's what I would want to do. Because
Man.
Kawhi need to just point and look at the green screen. No, I'm trying to get groovy with it. Play some Honey Man and dance to it.
Yeah, that Honey Man go. What is that?
Hey,
Shit.
that's Abasi. That's actually one of our sponsors. Shout out to Abasi still. His new single Honey Man is out right now on all platforms. Check him out. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just something I would do because it seems like it's fun. I'm all about having fun when I'm working.
Too.
You know what I mean?
Too.
Like, I'm not trying to be a slave and work and put my head down and try to just get through the day. Nah.
Right, because at that point, then you're not working. Hey,
No, you're not working.
You are being just what you said, a slave.
You're a slave and you're working for somebody
I just
else.
gotta let y'all see what I see, okay? You see what I see? Oh, okay.
Tell them welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this is what we on Thursday night, the night pre-314.
Pre-314.
Like the turn up will be televised.
It ain't missing. We ain't missing it at all.
Man.
None at all. So you got anything exciting news coming up?
Yeah, I'm doing a LGBTQ only Pop the Balloon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's gonna be
it's a little
interesting.
different. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to talk about it at first because, you know, I had to get my paperwork in order because I've learned from watching other people that you definitely got to have your paperwork in order because if you don't, St. Louis will commit to steal your shit and do whatever they need to do to say I did it first. So I had to get my paperwork in order, get my shit incorporated, and also had to make sure I trademark all my shit before I start talking about it. But yeah, it'll be coming out soon. Right now, I'm casting, and I'm really trying to hook people up.
Yeah.
Now, am I of the LGBTQ community? I am not.
Strictly Dickly.
Yeah, strictly Dickly. Oh my God, I wish I could find some I like. What the? Man, listen.
It's hard out here. Is it hard?
Is it hard?
Okay, let's do this then. What is
Oh my God.
What's a qualification that you would like to have in a man that you can't find?
Just straight up grown man honesty. Like, can you be grown? Can you be a grown alpha male? I don't like men who give me girl vibes and shit like that. Like, if that's what I want to be with a girl, I will be with a girl.
For sure.
I don't want to be with a girl. I don't need you with a purse. I don't need you talking to me in elevated tones. Like, like the last couple of relationships I've been in, I felt like I was the guy.
Yeah.
And they were the girl, even though they wanted to be respected as kings, and it was crazy. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. I'm cut from the north side of St. Louis. Like, the men over there are men. Yeah. They do manly things. They take her home. They might cheat. They might have a little something on the side. You know what I'm saying? But my mama never knew about it. My auntie never knew about it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, my uncle did bring a baby home, but other than that, nobody would have known this shit. But it's a different level of cheating, I guess. I don't know. It might sound crazy. Do that make sense to you?
Well, I would say that the understanding back then was different, right? Because, like you said, you want an honest man, right? Somebody who's gonna keep 100 with you.
Right.
Keeping it 100 ain't always peachy.
No,
you know?
it's not.
Because if I wanted to do something on the side, or if I wanted to have a issue or something like that, you want to know. But we can't tell you everything.
I know, but the loyalty. Okay, so the thing is, I want to be able to trust you, and I want to be able to know that we have a level of understanding between us that nothing can intercede that. Like, I trust you, you trust me. Yeah. And if you go out and cheat, what the fuck? This is a momentary thing. Yeah, I'm be hurt or whatever. I'm not a cheater. I don't cheat in relationships. No, I don't cheat in relationships. Right. I get back by not fucking you or sucking your dick or some shit like that. Yeah. I'm gonna fuck you, but I probably won't suck your dick. Yeah. That type of shit.
You gonna cut them off a little bit.
Yeah, and you know my dick sucking skills are superior, so I'm probably gonna cut you off from that. But I'm gonna fuck you, but I'm not gonna, because that's the problem.
For sure.
But I don't play the coochie games and shit like that. I don't know. I'm just different. I think I've been cheated on maybe once that I know of.
Right.
I really ain't been cheated on.
I mean, I think everybody get cheated on. To be honest with you, I think I got cheated on maybe once.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's a suspicion, you know?
Right. Well, one time I know I got cheated on.
Yeah.
I know I got cheated on. And then I've been with people that we had an understanding, so we weren't cheating.
Yeah.
And then I also been just like, this is what it is type
So
shit.
you telling me the characteristics that you just gave me, it's hard to find. The only thing that they not doing right is they're not being loyal or 100% honest or whatever.
Yeah, it is hard to find. Well, and I need you to be a man, like an alpha man. I don't want to. Okay, so men always say women don't have soft energy or shit like that.
Yeah.
But give me a reason to have soft energy. Like,
so what, I gotta break you down?
No, you gotta be a man. You gotta make me feel secure, safe.
So say this, right? Me and you come together, right? You got your own shit popping. I got my own shit popping, right?
Okay.
But you strong about your shit, and I'm strong about mine, right? You ain't nobody altering you off your path, right? But if a situation comes about, and I'm like, yo, we need to do this, and it goes against what you doing,
right?
You gonna fight it?
Nah, you the man. You're the man.
Say that,
I'm trusting you.
Yeah.
I'm trusting you now.
But you say that though. But if you've been on your grind and you've been doing something successful, right? And then the man that you are saying that you love and you trusting says, nah, we need to do something different.
Okay.
And you don't really believe what he's saying, is you still gonna go for it?
Well, I believe in God, and I don't see him, and I don't see, that's called faith.
True.
That's why I need to be able to trust you, believe in you.
True.
You know what I'm saying? If I believe in you, then I'm going to rock with you on that. Okay. Because I'm trusting you.
Yeah.
To care enough about me, love me enough to lead me in the right direction. That's the part. But see, I can't find that.
Yeah.
I mean, these men will leave you into a brick-ass wall and then say, I didn't tell you to do that. That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, a lot of women don't feel safe. Like, we don't feel safe.
Yeah.
So, therefore, it's like, I can't trust what the fuck you saying to me, and I'm going to fight it because you ain't right.
Yeah.
But if I trust you, yes. But that goes both ways.
It do. It do.
Because I'm your rib, right?
Right.
So, if you doing some crazy shit, and I'm like, babe, he was like, do you think, I always have this conversation, do you think I should do this? And I'm like, I really don't, but you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about it? Because, and I'm telling you, I don't think that it's cool for you. Are you going to trust my opinion?
Right. That's the thing.
Like, this is a two-way thing, because if you don't trust me, then why should I trust you?
For sure. 100%.
So,
it gotta be a two-way street.
And then, I don't know about you, but I run into opportunists. Do you run into opportunists?
They be trying to take advantage?
Well, they try to, I guess, kind of, they see you doing stuff, and they see you moving in certain circles, so then they try to attach themselves to you to move in the circles that you're moving in.
Yeah. I do, but I don't. My problem is that I assume everybody is good-hearted, which I'm starting to understand that ain't the truth. It's not the truth. Like, my thought process about certain things, people don't think that way,
Okay.
So, maybe I do run into them, but I just don't see it. Maybe I have gotten taken advantage of, and it was too late, and then you was like, you know what I mean? Like, type of deal. So, you're right. Maybe I do. I just don't see it.
I think that's the right way to think, though. Like, you don't supposed to go into situations like, this person gonna take you. You'll never get nowhere like that.
True.
So, but when things present itself, like, I just walk with God. Like, seriously, for real, though.
Yeah.
Like, 100% of my life, I walk with God. Like, I might be talking to God. I might be walking down the street talking to God. You think I'm talking to myself? No.
Yeah.
Like, I really put my faith in God. So, never let me wrong. Ever, never, 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 ever, never.
Yeah.
So, I've dismissed myself from friends that I thought was my friends. I've dismissed myself from people, places, things, men, everything. So, at the time, it's like, fuck, I got to make this decision. And I'm like, Lord, is this what the fuck I think it is? And then it keeps showing me. So now I got to let you go.
Right.
It hurt. But then on the road, I see, damn, you was straight shady as fuck.
Yeah. It show itself.
Yeah,
it show itself. And then when you speak it into existence, if you asking for it, it's going to show you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And it happens every time. Are you strong enough to make that decision?
And you know what? A lot of people not.
No.
That's crazy. I watch people stay in toxic, crazy dead relationships that are seasonal. And they stretch out for years and years and years.
And you
and
stuck.
just won't let go.
And you get stuck. And then only way you can let go if something drastic happens, you know? Real drastic.
That's sad.
But that's the thing though. Most people are loyal like that. You're supposed to be that loyal. You're supposed to. You gotta understand. Like if I choose you, I'm supposed to be loyal, no matter what goes.
To a fault.
To a fault, yes. But you're supposed to be loyal to me too. If I choose wrong, but my loyalty is what it is, I can't help that. You know. Because my loyalty is my loyalty. It's ingrained in me. It's not taught.
Right.
It's ingrained. So if I think you who you supposed to be, and I give you that, and I keep giving you chance over chance because I'm thinking that you're gonna be who you're supposed to be, and you don't.
But that's crazy. But see, this the thing where you put your faith in God, you let the chips fall where they may. Because if you put your faith in man, you're gonna lose every time. So I don't know when is enough.
Only you can tell. Only you can tell. Because I mean, if you think about it, in the Bible, right? Benjamin, what's his name? The 3 boys that was in the fire, right?
Right.
They was in the fire. They was in the furnace. They could have walked out. I wouldn't have walked in.
So what? They just stood there.
They just stood there
burned.
and just
put their faith in God.
Put their faith in, yeah. In the right time, they came out. You know, but the loyalty of staying there, not moving, being consistent in your spot, knowing that you're not gonna hurt, right? Because you believe something's gonna happen. It paid off. But in relationships, sometimes it don't. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes you waste 5, 10, 15 years on something that is just stuck.
I remember I was watching a Tyler Perry movie, and which was, I think, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And Cicely Tyson, she one of my favorites.
Right, classic.
She said sometimes we hold on to things that God himself are trying to tear apart, and we refuse to let it go. And so how do you know when the line is drawn? Because sometimes you become addicted to holding on to that behavior, and you just drown out. You no longer want to see what's right in front of you. So how do you know? I don't know.
That's the human conscience.
I'm a track star. I'm a runner. I'm a track star.
Out of here, huh? Every time.
Yes. Pew.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, you don't know.
No.
You don't know. You have to have, I would think you have to have somebody in your corner, a family member, somebody close to you that is seeing what you don't see, and they just slowly telling you things every time, you know? Because eventually, if I keep telling you something happening, eventually you're going to understand that something happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if nobody tell you nothing, you're going to be blind. You're going to have your blinders on the whole time.
Right.
And then once you get smacked, not literally, but, you know, smacked by life, then you start to understand. You know, but it's hard to listen to somebody else because they're not in your shoes either.
I don't think me being a track star is working either.
You running too fast.
Yeah, I'm running too fast.
You need to slow it down.
Because, baby, listen, have you ever been in real love before? Okay. Did it work out for you?
Not 100%.
Okay, so do you remember how it felt when the day you maybe found out that it was really over and you trying to fix it and there's no fixing it and you just got to deal with the fact that it's over? Yeah, we talked about this Saturday.
Yeah, we did.
When you was on. Whatever. I'm talking about with a person.
Yeah.
That is, I felt a type of, like when they say heartache, you physically feel like your heart is ripping into pieces.
100%.
But it's not. It's all mental.
It is mental.
And I'm like, I don't want to feel that shit no more.
You breaking the addiction. That's what it is.
That shit crazy.
Because if you think about it, everything is mental. Everything we do is mental. It's a habit. It's our body's used to it. You know what I mean? So to be in a relationship and to love a person and it ends, your heart can't handle it because the addiction, the chemicals in it is so attached to that.
Right, the endorphins.
The endorphins is so attached to that moment that it don't want to let it go. That's why you cry. That's why you hurt. That's why it take time because it's like getting clean off of some
it's
drugs.
Really for real.
You have to let it. It takes time for it to get out and everything.
For real. I think I never felt that before. And then it's like nothing you can do about it. Like I think I play. Like I've been married. I've been in situations. I've been all that. And I thought I was in love, but no. When I really, really fell in love, and I was like,
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
It's bullshit.
This don't feel right.
No,
this
not
is
at all.
crazy. And then you can't talk to that person. You can't make it right or nothing like that. So I was like,
Then you think in your head, maybe if I'd have did this.
Right, it wasn't none of that.
Yeah, and
no, it wasn't none of that.
No.
Because there's nothing you can do. It's actually, that's why now I take the old school approach to dating.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to get to know me and allow me to get to know you, then I can't date you. Because the way everything speed up so fast right now, I was raised on old school everything, so I know what to do.
For sure.
So now I'm just taking it back there. So I want to get to know you. Who are you?
For sure.
What is your real name? And I ain't talking about black and baby and all the shit that people know on the street. I'm like, what is your name? I didn't have motherfuckers say, like, you want my government name? Like, why not?
Ain't no secret.
We're dating.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why can't I have that information from you? Like, where you grow up at? We're like, who is your family? Like, I want to know if you're crazy. Like, you might look cool, but do your mama got an eyeball in the middle of her fucking forehead? Like, was your daddy a midget?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know that shit.
Yeah, you right.
You know, I need to know that. You need to know if my family crazy. You need to know if I'm going to click out one day and want to set your ass on fire or some shit. Like, we need to know that.
100%. You are absolutely right.
So, yeah, I'm taking it back to the old school, and I'm doing I want to say a challenge on my podcast. I always talk about how we got to start loving on each other more and get to know who we dealing with. So, therefore, you won't run into situations where you're like, I never knew. Like, I literally have had friends that been my friends for like 5, 6, 7 years, but we had things in common, but I never really got to seriously know them.
Yeah.
So, at one point, I was like, damn, I never really knew. I would never think you would do no shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%.
And you really got to get to know the people that you surround yourself with. It's crazy.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on for the last 15, 20 minutes. We're going to sign off. But I want to give some words of the day, okay? Anybody who's watching, I want to give y'all some advice, some encouragement. You know, if you want to accomplish anything, hold on, what did I say? I said you can accomplish anything in this world. You can accomplish anything in this world, but only if you really want it. Only if you really want it. If you really want something bad enough, it comes to you. Opportunities come to you. So you can accomplish anything in this world if you really want it. But once you stop wanting it, once you change your thought process, and once you stop wanting what you really want, it stops coming to you. So be diligent, be aggressive, be loved, be kind. Find out what you really want to do in this world, and don't take your eye off of it. I'm your boy Max Dollars. That's all I'm saying. And this is another episode of That's All I'm Saying podcast, episode 2.
Are we going out with the honey man?
You want to?
Oh yeah, damn. Hold up. I miss Yolanda Misunderstood Brown, and you can catch me on Wednesdays here, or go on my page, Yolanda Brown, and you want to be a part of LGBTQ Pop the Balloon St. Louis, baby, because it's gonna be lit. In a minute, the roster is gonna be full. Hit me up in the messenger inbox. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, Ms. B.
Because I don't know shit about basketball like that, but I appreciate the time.
Nah, you know. That's just my expertise, but
yeah, your specialty.
Yeah, life topics is what we do, you know?
Exactly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the honey man one more time.
You know I want you to, because I'm your honey man. I bring a smile, take the taste of you, and I will